What's up, guys? Nick with Mystic Manifesting. I keep using that original intro. I'm supposed to say, what's up, Mystic Manifesting family? Because we're all family, we're all in this together, we're all making our dreams come true. Once again, sitting out here in the garage, still with the mob hat, but I took it off to make it seem like we got another little perception of video or change of pace. Maybe I'll even show the camo jacket a little better. But still in the same cigar, still sitting in the same place, trying to remember everything that we came up with for videos. But the thought of affirmations comes in my head because of a client I had today and another form of affirmations, because everything is an affirmation in a way, it seems like, because affirmations are part of your mental diet. So we want to keep a strong mental diet, and if you don't know what a mental diet is, you know what, let's slap this together. This is affirmations and mental diet, because if I just do affirmations, it'll be a quick, I don't know if you guys like hearing me ramble, but if you do, I mean, obviously, there's almost 500 of you who like me rambling, so we'll ramble a little bit. And if you're new, welcome. If you don't like it, sorry, it's going to be long. So we'll start out with affirmation. What's the affirmation? Affirmation is a thought that you repetitively hold on in your mind. So, most common is I am. So whatever you say, I am, like in the Bible, they say, who are you? And he says, I am, and that's God saying I am. So whatever your I am is a form of declaration. It's a declaration. You're declaring what you are. So you say, like, I'm gaining weight right now, and this is what I've been saying for the past week. I am fat. I am fat. I'm gaining weight. There's a realistic point to it, too. I'm eating like a fucking asshole, and I'm not going to the gym as much. But other people seeing it and say it now, like I was eating bad and not doing anything before, and people say, no, you still look great. And I was doing it for a long time. Now, when I started holding that affirmation to beat myself up, because I don't know, that's how I train in athletics and stuff like that. I beat myself up when I see myself going off the rails. Don't beat yourself up with stuff like that, especially using I am affirmations, because they are powerful for that's whatever you say I am to yourself about, that's how the world's going to see you. The world's a mirror, right? Everyone's you pushed out. So they're going to treat you the way you see yourself, or at least how you talk about yourself. So that's how I've been being treated, like a fat boy. Anyway, that's just a small example. But you say, was another one, a group of guys I used to hang out with, I'm bad with women, because they were always bad with women. I'm pretty good now, but my whole life it was like, I'm bad with women. I attracted a group of friends that's all bad with women. So it's like, I always had no luck. I'm always striking out, and I would always hear from people, no, you're a good looking guy. It's like, why don't you get matches online? The second I change it, I start getting a ton of matches online. I'm meeting women at bars. They're approaching me. Like, I'm getting more attention once I cut off that group of friends. I'm not saying you have to cut off a group of friends or anything, but I did that too, because people you spend time like, you think like, and you start saying things that they say, or notice that you hang out with a group long enough, you get a group thinking. Now, get it, everyone is you pushed out, but you attracted that into your life. So attract a better group of friends sometimes. Not saying you have to, but you gotta do what works for you. For me, that worked better for me. But be very careful, because all this stuff, the affirmations are part of your mental diet. And with your affirmations, you want to keep them all positive, and they're like the core of your self-concept too. So your self-concept should be very high, not cocky and arrogant, like, yeah, I know I'm fucking good looking. You know, what about it? Fuck you. Not like that, but it's like, someone's like, how do you look? Well, I'm a very good looking guy, or I'm a very beautiful woman. Like, you could say it like that, and you're not a cocky asshole. Even if you don't look or feel that way, the world's going to treat you how you feel. Like, you ever see, like, a really ugly dude pulling hot chicks, or like a really ugly chick who goes around, I'm so beautiful, and she's getting treated like she's very beautiful, because that's the perception she gives off. Or the ugly dude, like, I'm a fucking stud, I'm a player, and he's pulling 10 out of 10s. It's like, dude, you look like you fucking crawled out of a sewer, but you're pulling 10 out of 10, because his self-concept's up there. And that's something I've always noticed, that I'm like, then you find really good looking people at the gym and stuff, they don't get laid at all. Like, I know I always keep going to laid and getting laid and SP and stuff like that. That seems to be the most common thing I get asked. I want to do more stuff about money and fitness and traveling and stuff. Like, I want to get into other stuff, but for right now it seems to be SP stuff. And like, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm bad with opposite sex, I've got no luck. So I'm trying to give all the examples that I've seen there. And also loving relationships seem to be the big catalyst to drive people into finding manifestation and going into a spiritual awakening. So I do believe they are probably the most important thing that you're going to find, because money's money and material items are material items, but at the end of the day, we're souls having a human experience, as James Van Praagh would say. We're souls having a human experience. And a soul and a connection between souls, even though everyone is you pushed out, I mean, that's still another, it's not saying that they're just fake. It's like they're just treating you, by that means they're treating you how you want to be treated, how you're showing them how to treat you. Still another living being. Stuff. So don't be a fucking sociopath and be like, everyone's me pushed out, you're not real. Like, they're real people. So anyway, to get back on track, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I jump all over the place and whatever. I want to stay on point though. So affirmations are how we see ourselves. It's how we talk to ourselves. It's our internal dialogue. And in terms of mental diet's kind of an umbrella term of what we are experiencing in this world. It's an umbrella term of everything we talk to ourselves in our mind about and how we get treated by the world. So affirmations are included under that umbrella of mental diet. What also is included is inner conversations. You ever argue with someone in your head all fucking day, and then somehow you get in an argument with them, and it was like, yeah, I showed them, I was so ready for that. You know, why were you ready for it? Because you already saw it. You saw the movie because you wrote and directed that movie, and it had to play out in space. Same thing with, well, it's like you'll have a fight with your SP in your head or your boss or whatever, and then all of a sudden it does come into fruition. I remember one really big explosive fight between me and an old boss. I was having that fight for days in my head. I was ready for him. And then like halfway through it, I stopped and I was like, wait a minute. I've been here in my mind every day for 3 days. I'm tired of this fight. We're having it now, but I'm so tired I've already done it. So inner conversations are included in there because you're always conversing. Whenever you think about someone else, chances are you're going to have an inner conversation with them when you bring them into your mind. Like, if I see them again after this, I'm going to tell them about this and that and that and that. And then they'll probably respond like this. We want to turn those inner conversations, I'm going to do a video on inner conversations too. We want to turn those positive and say, my inner conversation is good and I only see this person this way, like, hey, you look great today. Whatever. Like, I give them a compliment, they compliment me back, and we have a good interaction. Most of the time we have fights with people in our head. So that's inner conversations. And then you got your affirmation, like I said, declaring who you are in this world, and statements about other people too, but yeah, no, not but anything. It's like, yeah, there's statements about how you see yourself in the world and how the world sees you in terms of specific people and the world in general. So those are your affirmations. Mental diet's also being grateful. And gratitude is, I wanted to touch on gratitude being part of affirmations. When you're grateful, it's an affirmation. I'm grateful I'm healthy. Well, you can't be grateful you're healthy if you're unhealthy. So even if you're unhealthy and you say, I'm grateful I'm healthy, you're tricking your subconscious mind into thinking you're healthy, because it's like, wait, I'm already healthy? Because you can't be healthy and say, you can't be unhealthy if you're grateful for being healthy. It's just conditioned. It's like, I'm grateful I have this lighter. Even if there's no lighter in my hand, the lighter's gone. I'm so grateful I have it, but I just seen it in my mind's eye and I'm so grateful I have it. Your subconscious is confused, so it's got nothing to do but push out into the larger universe, and then next thing you know, it's in your hand. Also, I know some of these analogies are shit. It's almost fucking 2 a.m. over here, and I'm trying to like belt out some videos so you guys aren't worried about where I am. But, hold on. Let me focus a little better. I burned right through this. Anyway, you want to keep your inner conversation strong and positive. You want to keep your affirmations about yourself and others positive. Everything you want to start and stay positive in general, but not just being all like law of attraction-y, like, I'm positive, so good things are happening. Law of assumption, we're a little bit more direct and we know exactly what we want. Your end seen, living in the end is the goal. All these other things are just to get you there. The mental diet, if it's on point and you see yourself as this person already, that's the key. So we're already that person that we want to be in our mind. And since we're that person in our mind, our subconscious and the world around us have no choice but to conform and slowly start doing it. And I always say to use gratitude, because so many times I get I've got no movement on my manifestation. I've got no signs, but they've sent me this message, but I don't know what it means. It's like, doesn't matter what it means. You assign the meaning. I've been saying this since day one. You assign the meaning to everything. So the universe is indifferent. If they send you something, it's like, I don't know how to think about it. Think about it positively. Think about whatever just came into your mind or whatever just came into your reality as a positive thing. Find a way to spin it positive, or just look at it and be grateful. Like, my SP only said this to me. Well, last week you were blocked. That's movement. So, my SP only did this, or this happened, or whatever. That's where gratitude comes in. Be grateful for the things that are actually happening. Take them as movement. We'll do a video on movement too. But be grateful, because gratitude shows it's already done. Gratitude is like, it's almost like an I remember when technique, which you could use too. I remember when I was struggling with this. I had a client tell me about struggling with acne and stuff. And I said, I know it's hard to look in the mirror, because looking in the mirror is a literal looking in the mirror, and then there's also the mirror of the reality that we see out in 3D. But it's hard when 3D or the mirror is throwing something back at you don't want to see. You just say, I remember when I was dealing with this. Man, that sucked. Thank God I'm not dealing with it anymore. That's showing your mind. It's like, wait, well, hold on. How is this here, but we're thankful it's not? Well, I have to obey the mastermind, which is your consciousness consciously manifesting, and your subconscious will be like, okay, and then remove the acne. Or I know you could have, like, a common thing I would see on threads too is bad teeth. I guess a lot of people do have bad teeth. They were affirming for it, and I knew one person, we did talk on the forums back when I was on the forums. She had manifested her teeth fixed. Like, her doctor was like, wait a minute. Like, she went back a while later. She didn't have the money or whatever. They finally got the money to go, but was affirming. And she was like, oh, wait, my teeth are good now, because she actually believed it. And the doctor was like, oh, holy shit, how'd this happen? So there's that little bit of positivity there too. Not a little bit of positivity, but I'm trying to formulate stuff. We're only going to belt out 3 videos today, because I feel like these aren't on point, and I can re-record these if you guys drop it in the comments or you have other questions. I like to go off the top of my head, but I might do little scripts and stuff like that too. Once again, I did a good thing. I coupled them together. I don't know how clear I was. I do feel like I'm gonna need to re-record these. That's my assumption too. I'll throw this in at the end. I'm still doing my coaching. I've been gone for a little bit, but I have been coaching people. It's $100 now to do the 60-minute phone call. We will probably go a little bit over, and each additional one's like $100. So we're gonna go from there, doing coaching calls, and then if you want to email with what I think about your situation, I'll outline everything you need to do, and then you get back to me with what you think, and we'll do those for $15. I was doing donation-based or success story-based, but like I said, I was noticing people they were like emailing me, and then I would they would send me an email. I would give them what they should do. I'd say, just get back to me once you have your success. Now, either nobody had success, or they all just disappeared off the channel too after I gave them the free advice. I feel like a lot of them got their manifestations and then just didn't tell me the success story. But because the people who have paid for the video calls, they have gotten back to me, and I do have a list of success stories that I keep saying it. I'm going to get into it, but then I'm having my own success stories, and I'm excited to share those. And then I'm like, okay, I got to figure out how to implement each success story where. And usually my success stories kind of correlate with the message I'm trying to implement in a video. And it's easier for me because I could give you all the details of my stuff versus just the details I've heard from their success story, and also try to keep them anonymous. But I will drop all their success stories too. But it's like, it's funny, the people who pay me also are excited to give me back the success stories. So anyway, yeah, those are my change of rates. I do feel bad about that. I did talk about it in the last video. It's like the 3rd time I've talked about it. Maybe I'll make another video with like a little pricing chart and stuff like that. But I'm trying not to gouge people. Like, I do know, I'm not saying the channels are bad and they're gouging people, but I do know that like some of it, like when I paid for it, it was very expensive. Like, I think I paid like $250 or $200 or something like that. And I'm like, I don't know, like, I feel like 100 is fair, and because I do go over the hour most of the time too. So anyway, enough with that spiel. Hopefully all this stuff was helpful in this video. Hopefully you got a better understanding of the mental diet and affirmations, using gratitude mixed with the affirmations to show it's already done, and keeping a mental diet strong. I do believe the mental diet deserves a video on its own, but as for now, I love you guys so much. Thank you for checking in, or popping in, whatever, listening to me ramble for this long. We're Mystic Family. We'll be going live. Like I said, I'm debating which day in the coming weeks we're going to find out a day where we consistently go live. And then, of course, we'll have my random lives. Like, I think right now I'm about to do a random live to finish the cigar. Just because I love talking to you guys and learning about your day, hearing about your day. Like, consider you guys like friends and family. The only thing is that I can't always... It sucks that I only have so much time in the day. I try to always get back to you guys when you reach out to me. But it's been hard, and like I said, I would like to move into doing this stuff full time because I love this stuff. I love meeting new people from around the world and everything, and I think it's really cool. So I really love hearing your success stories because they're amazing when you hear them too. And I'm very proud of everyone who I've worked with too, and how fast they've gotten their results. It's like, damn, how could I teach them and then they get the results faster than me? But I'm happy for them, and happy to do this. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm gonna go upload the first video I did. You might guys see this Wednesday or Thursday. So anyway, love you guys. See you in the next one. Remember, you got this. You can do anything you want. This is your world. Circumstances don't matter. Fuck 3D, and don't let anybody tell you any different. Wait, I thought that was smoother. That still looks kind of cool, right? I've been doing that to act smooth lately. My mom told me it looks like I'm having a stroke when I do it. So maybe I'll stop. Anyway, love you guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. All right, that's it. Peaky Blinders out. See ya.